जय जिनेन्द्र। आज हम आपसे वापस जैनिज्म के ऊपर ही बात करेंगे। हमने पिछले वीडियो के अंदर यह जानने की कोशिश की थी कि जैन रिलीजन क्या है, इसका प्रादुर्भाव कब हुआ और किस प्रकार से यह आगे बढ़ता चला गया। आज मैं आपसे चर्चा करने जा रहा हूँ व्हाट आर द सेंट्रल टीचिंग्स ऑफ जैनिज्म। I would summarize this in three main headings. The first one is the basic teaching of Jainism says that this entire world is animated. Even vegetation, earth, air, fire, and water have life. Second one is they believe in non-injury to living beings, especially to humans, animals, plants, and insects. And the third one, which is the core of Jainism, is the cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped through karma. As you know, Jainism strongly believes in rebirth. And as per that principle, the Jainism believes that your cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped according to your own karmas, according to your own deeds. Now, taking this further, I would like you to know there are 5 basic principles which Jains follow to the best of their ability and capabilities. You can call them basic principles, or you can also call them the pillars of Jainism. You can also call them cardinal principles of Jainism. These 5 principles of Jainism, they cover on a broad basis the entire Jain religion. The first one is ahimsa or non-violence. Ahimsa means to be without harm, to be utterly harmless, not only to oneself and others, but to all forms of life, from the largest mammals to the smallest bacteria. Jains believe that life, which is equal to soul, is sacred regardless of faith, caste, race, or even species. The second cardinal principle or basic principle of Jainism is Satya or truthfulness. This principle demands total honesty in behavior. Not only must you not steal things, you must not acquire things other than by totally honest means. In the modern context, this is also taken to mean being totally honest in paying taxes or not cheating in an exam, or likewise we can quote or give several examples. The third one is asteya. Asteya means not stealing. This principle demands total honesty in behavior. Not only must you not steal things, you must not acquire things other than by totally honest means. In the modern context, this is also taken to mean being totally honest in paying taxes or not cheating in an exam. The fourth one is aparigraha, that is non-acquisition. In Jainism, aparigraha is the virtue of non possessiveness, non grasping, or non greediness. In other words, aparigraha is the opposite of parigraha and refers to keeping the desire for possessions to what is necessary or important, depending on one's life stage and context. In very simple words, if I say that parigraha means not possessing things what you really need them. The last one, cardinal principle, is brahmacharya, chaste living. Brahmacharya leads Jains into abstinence or even celibacy. To many of us, it might be taking the idea of repression to a whole new level. But to them, the Jain religion and life here on earth is just a stepping stone to enlightenment. And at the end of the day, earthly pleasures don't matter much. Taking this principle further, I would like to add that what I just said, it is not to say that the Jains don't understand the need for reproduction. Jains are therefore taught to abstain from sex until marriage, at which time they can create little humans. Once that happens, Jains are urged to once again abstain from sex. For Jain monks, celibacy is a given. But brahmacharya is not just about not having sex. Taking this idea further, it is about not thinking about having sex. Not only doing things, but also not thinking about sex. Of course, they are not allowed to talk about sexual intercourse either, because doing so would contradict the vows taken. And for those who are married with or without children, infidelity would mean breaking this particular vow, and because the vows are necessary to achieve spiritual liberation, breaking them is highly frowned upon. You should carefully avoid the 8 kinds of enjoyment, namely, what I am now going to describe is a further expansion of the term brahmacharya. The first one is darshan, or looking at woman with passionate resolve, sparshan, or touching them, keli, or play amorous sports, kirtan, or praising the qualities of the other sex, guhya, bhashan, or talking in private, sankalp, or determination, adhyavasaya, or nearing the other sex with the desire for gratification, and the last one is kiryanvritti, or the actual sexual act. These 8 kinds of enjoyment are 8 kinds of breaks, or so to say, in the current of Akhanda Brahmacharya practice, you must avoid these 8 interruptions with great care, sincere exertion, and vigilant circumspection. Only he who is free from all these breaks can be called a true brahmachari. A real brahmachari should ruthlessly avoid all these 8 breaks. So, as you just listened, Jains believe that non-injury or non-violence, that is, ahimsa, is the highest religion. In other words, Gio or Ginedo, live and let others live, is the cardinal principle of Jains. Even as among the top 5 cardinal principles, as you must have noticed, Ahimsa has been given the topmost priority, which is clear from the slogan Gio or Ginedo, means live and let others also live. So, to once again substantiate what I just said, I will once again repeat. Basic rules or pillars of Jainism are non-violence, ahimsa. Jains must do their best to avoid any intentional hurt to living things. The principle of ahimsa or non-violence or non-injury is a fundamental tenet of Jainism. It holds that one must abandon all violent activity and that without such a commitment to non-violence, all religious behavior is worthless. Now, I would like to touch upon one more very important aspect of Jainism, and that is known as Ratnatraya, or what are three jewels of Jainism. This is known as Ratnatraya or jewels. The three jewels or important beliefs of Jainism are right belief or faith, right conduct, and right knowledge. In order to process these jewels, one has to strictly observe 5 basic principles of Jainism to start with, which I just discussed with you. To again repeat, avoiding violence, detaching from possessions, speaking the truth, not stealing, and practicing sexual restraint. So, this is what I wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you are slowly getting a very good idea of Jain religion, how it originated, what are its cardinal principles or basic principles, what Jains are supposed to observe, follow in their day-to-day life, and how a Jain should try to ultimately reach to a level of sacrifice or tyag or penance from where he can start on the path of achieving right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. Put together Ratnatraya so as to get nirvana or moksha. Jai Jinendra. We will soon meet in the next video.